above the rank of inspector as may be prescribed by regulations made under this paragraph. Paragraph 5. Power to make appointments to officers in the police force below the rank of inspector shall be vested in the Commissioner of Police acting after consultation with a police promotion board. And paragraph 6. Power to make postings and appointments on transfer within the police force of officers in that force shall be vested in the Commissioner of Police. And that was your Constitutional Minute. Bahamians everywhere, know your rights.
It may be the living room or dining table. Some of life's most valuable moments happen at home. And with the unmatched value of a BTC bundle, you'll discover how fun home can be. Get a triple play bundle for great savings on the best internet to learn from home, Flow TV for the best entertainment with the family, and home phone with overseas and unlimited local calls for as low as $99.99. Discover how home should be with BTC. Conditions apply.
Girl, I'm coming at you just a few more days. A little hot, little kiss, little loving, just will do. I'm gonna make some time for romance. I'll be all over you. We wanna start all over again. I'll give you all your riches. Love line, love me down like this. 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 Gonna make some time to start where we left off. Undo the things we used to do. There's a message in this song that makes
This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
It's Thursday, March 3rd, 2022, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, a push to lock in more visitors. Hans Fahongo launches its Lenten Challenge. It's World Wildlife Day. And we'll share the importance of reading. So let's start the morning off right.
The Morning Edition is brought to you by We Buy, You Sell Company, your leading hurricane impact windows, doors, and tile specialist.
For every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Charles Fisher. Can you say that again? For every
time you're angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness.
And how many seconds are in a day?
I'm a mathematician.
Yesterday I argued so much. I promise you that Valletta was giving up being grouchy and arguing, but yesterday's things were just not going my way, and I argued, so I must be lose about 24 hours of the day.
Yes, I had to put my headphones in so I could not hear you.
But I'm so glad I'm here this morning, everything. And what a difference a day makes. And we're into a very educational show this morning. Wildlife, talking about wildlife, and it's also always good to read a book. When I was young, my parents made sure I read a book every day, read the newspaper. I didn't have Google, I didn't have all those stuff. That's why I think I'm smarter than my kids.
So how come you can't answer the questions when I ask you questions? You read every day. You're supposed to be well-versed and, you know. But I had to go home and I brought something for you. Your favorite fish. I won't tell the viewers what it is, but 2 bags of your favorite fish, courtesy of my dad over there in beautiful Harbor Island.
Okay, your dad, because if there are 364 days in the year, and LaDawn promised me something, I get it at least twice. So this is one of the days, so I don't think any more for the year I'll be getting. Well, the streets out there was wet, so we are waking up this morning to some wet weather out there, and that is affecting our traffic crew out there. That's Randy and Christy. So, but before we get to traffic, let's take a look at the weather. As we wake up this morning, it's 72 degrees, mostly cloudy, winds east at 5 miles per hour, humidity 77%. Now, a high-pressure system is building across the Bahamas. Your daytime high temperature, 82 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight low of 64. As we look ahead to Friday and Saturday, increasingly windy on Friday, 80 in the day, 71 at night. And then on Saturday, boy, it's going to be windy, very windy, partly sunny, 81 in the day, 71 at night.
A series of changes set to come into effect for visitors traveling to the Bahamas. That 5-day post-travel test identification will soon be a thing of the past as tourism officials move towards offering guests a more seamless experience.
What we are going to offer to our guests is a free rapid test for their outgoing travel. So as you now know, persons require a rapid test to enter the U.S., for example. Rather than having the post-travel 5-day test, we will offer that as a part of the travel health visa program. And every week, if we deem it appropriate, we'll make further adjustments.
Just 4 new cases of COVID-19 reported in the Ministry of Health's latest release, 3 here in New Providence and 1 over in Grand Bahama. One of the New Providence cases have a travel history within the past 14 days. Hospitalizations are now down to 13, with 2 still in the intensive care unit. The 33rd Intersessional Meeting of Heads of the Government of the Caribbean Community has now ended. Regional leaders wrapping up the high-level talks in Belize yesterday, which was a precursor to the 43rd Annual CARICOM Heads of Government meeting set for Suriname in July. Among the topics of discussion on the final day was the invasion of Ukraine. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis weighed in on sanctions placed on Russia.
We today issued a very strong statement in support of the UN Charter that protects and preserves a country's territorial integrity and their sovereignty. And in that regard, flowing from that is a question of whether sanctions would be imposed by CARICOM states. The general consensus is that until the UN Security Council would pass a resolution to confirm that member states ought to impose sanctions, we have decided to just sit back and wait and abide the outcome of such resolution.
A contract signed on Wednesday for the installation of utility infrastructure at the Golden Athlete subdivision in Tropical Gardens. The contract's value is $1.27 million. Minister of Works and Utilities, the Honorable Alfred Sears, spoke about the scope of work which is already underway and should be completed within 270 days.
Site investigation and surveying, design of utility infrastructure and civil works, setting out the works, site clearance, earthworks, and installation of utilities, that is water and sewer, electricity, and also telecommunications, asphalt paving. On behalf of the government, we extend an apology for conveying the land and failing up to now, 20 years, to install the infrastructure.
The Bahamas Crisis Center, on the receiving end of a generous donation, the Office of the Spouse of the Prime Minister and Equity Banks Bahamas Limited, coming together to give approximately $4,000. These funds were raised from Equity Bank's charitable art exhibition, earmarked for Mrs. Davis's charity of choice.
I happen to have a lot of respect for the Crisis Center. They have a hotline out there. They're dedicated, actually, to just this fight against violence against women and children. And as I look around this building here today, I see where they're expanding to accommodate more.
We want to encourage everyone to paint a better future. And we believe that the Crisis Center is doing just that. It's reforming those who have been devastated by such unfair circumstances.
It is through donations like this that will assist us in assisting our clients. And remember, we're a nonprofit. We depend on volunteers. So the volunteers, they're the engine behind this establishment.
Meantime, a state-recognized funeral to take place tomorrow for former Senator Patricia Coakley. The Cabinet Office announcing in a release that the service begins 11 a.m. at St. Joseph's Catholic Church, Boyd Road, with the interment following at St. Martin's Monastery on Nassau Street. The funeral will be carried live on the ZNS radio network. Ahead of that, the former senator's body will lie in state in the foyer of the Senate on Parliament Street starting at 9 o'clock this morning. Public viewing will be held between 12:30 and 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Well, it seems that our traffic team is set up and ready to let you know how your morning commute will be. Good morning, Chrissy. You're braving this rain.
Good morning, Fish, and good morning, LaDawn. Yes, and you can see the traffic building up this morning, and it's moving really slow because it is so wet out here. And this morning, I'm here with Officer Patrick Kemp, who's going to give us an update on the traffic situation last night. We're here on Marquis Street and Wolf Road.
Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Bahamas. And overnight reported to us, we've had over 6 accidents. And those crashes, again, like we say all day, every day, doing this interview, that it could be avoided. The persons would exercise good judgment and common sense while they are choosing through the street. And the operative word that you used this morning was traffic is moving slow, and that would be good if persons would continue that trend throughout the day as we experience scattered showers various parts of the island to get to their destination safely.
Now, Officer Kemp, I have a question for you this morning. We see some people have their lights on. Is there a certain time of day when you should ride with your lights on?
Well, there's some vehicles from the manufacturer, Crystal, where they have running lights that are on constantly. But when it concerns the night hours, you should use your main headlights, and the only time you really should use your excessively bright lights or your high beams is when there's no street lightings. Okay, that's the law allows you to do that, so you don't dazzle the other users, the other road users that are coming head on to you. And it's hard to do it sometimes when you get various drivers making adjustments to their vehicles with these multicolored lights. And again, I want to encourage my colleagues out there that's working the night hours, please, if you see those persons with those multicolored headlights, please stop them and and put them before the courts, because it is an infraction that could cause serious problems on our streets.
Okay, thank you so much for that this morning. And this morning, Traffic Officer Patrick Kemp. Back to you in the studio, Fisher and LaDawn.
The road is coming. Yes, the road is coming.
Just heard. I can't wait. I see that we do have some new initiatives here at Tiki Hut from the last time that we've been here. So I can't wait to cut some coconut, to go steel drumming.
Taste a sip of this coconut water.
Ooh, it looks good.
That's a Tiki Bikini Hut.
All right.
All views you want you to tune in 7 o'clock sharp. You don't want to miss it.
Cable Bahamas Group of Companies is celebrating women in technology. We're taking this opportunity to pause and highlight the leading ladies in information, communication, and technology who are breaking stereotypes and shattering glass ceilings. We hope you'll join us in honoring the tremendous girl power that keeps our community connected.
Blue Waters Shipping and Delivery Service. They are fast and efficient. They bring the ease of shopping to your fingertips. Free delivery and no dimensional weight charge. They're also offering 25% sign-up discount for the first 6 months. Make sure give Blue Waters a call today at 1-242-803-5604. Visit their website today at bwshipping242.com. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
As an artist, I travel all over the world, and I find inspiration all around me. From the people, and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south, and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
Today is World Wildlife Day, and this morning we're joined live in studio by Dr. Anselino Davis, Senior Scientist and Policy Analyst at the Bahamas National Trust. Mr. Davis, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Thank you very much, and happy World Wildlife Day from the Bahamas National Trust.
So talk to us a little bit about why is it so important to set a day aside to recognize wildlife?
Well, this year we're celebrating wildlife not just in the Bahamas but around the world that also support our environment and help us to protect the things that we need as human beings. So that includes wildlife like corals that protect our shores, mangroves that protect our infrastructure and human lives and livelihoods.
And is the BNT doing anything special to mark this day?
Well, we're always doing the protection of our natural resources, our environment. We're highlighting some very special organisms. This year, we're highlighting the Bahama warbler, for example, which lost a lot of its habitat due to Hurricane Dorian, and will continue to see effects from climate change in the future. And we also are highlighting the work on stony coral tissue loss disease. And the corals in the Bahamas are being really badly affected by this disease. And we need more research to be conducted. We need the support of our community to make sure that we can actually get out there and do that vital research to find out how the disease is progressing and how to slow it down so that the corals can continue to protect us and support our fish and lobster and conch resources around the country.
And so where would you say the Bahamas ranks in the emphasis placed on wildlife?
The Bahamas has actually historically been a leader in wildlife conservation, leading the Caribbean Challenge, for example, to protect 20% of our nearshore resources by 2020. And we, in large part, are doing that, especially with the areas that are under the management of the Bahamas National Trust and the support of our community. We do need our members to join the Bahamas National Trust, come out and support us. We are having a press conference on Friday for the stony coral tissue loss disease, and you can always join us on the weekends or after work. Come and visit us at one of the parks in New Providence or around the country. join the BNT, and the membership allows you to access the parks regularly and meet up with some of our staff so that they can tell you what's going on in those parks.
And are there any future plans on the drawing board you want to share with the public?
Right now, I would recommend that you definitely reach out and see what's going on in your park this weekend. Join us for our different training opportunities. We have birding groups for youth. You can join a discovery club or reach out to the education team for individual activities for your groups or organizations. And definitely there are always opportunities for cleanups, invasive species removals, and then just taking part in learning about our wildlife, which supports us as people, and they're just cool. And speaking about birds and wildlife, you can tweet at us at BNT Bahamas on Twitter, and you can search for Bahamas National Trust on any social media.
And we wish you would have brought something from the wildlife for us to see here on the show. But thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and all the best to you and your team today as you celebrate World Wildlife Day. Thank you so much.
See you in the parks.
The Stapleton Neighborhood Crime Watch Committee announcing a reduction of crime in recent years in traditional hotspot areas in the community. Crime data collector Cheryl Haven shared a bit from their crime data report, while also thanking the community for being active and vigilant in helping to combat crime.
We have seen a drastic decrease on those former hotspot streets such as Eneas, Trinity Way over the years, but we cannot let our guards down. In 2021, we have had approximately 4 armed robberies, 1 case of attempted kidnapping, approximately 11 cases of domestic violence-related crimes, approximately 27 cases of vehicular crimes, and approximately 14 cases of stealing from the exterior of persons' property. Our most active months of crime in 2021 were March and May, compared to the past where it used to be during the summer months of August. We want to commend the residents of Stapleton for reporting to us 65 instances of suspicious activities. Our data trends reveal that as we analyze the reporting of suspicious activities within a day or 2 of an incident near the vicinity occurs.
Hands for Hunger has launched its 40 Days 40 Food Items Lenten Challenge. Executive Director Keisha Ellis says this is the perfect time to encourage people to put aside food items for the less fortunate.
We thought it would be good to kind of jump onto the energy that kind of people have during Lent, of the season of giving, the season of doing without for yourself for the better good of society. For each of the 40 days of Lent, give up 1 food item that, you know, is one of your favorites, something that you really enjoy. Give that up, put it in a box, and at the end of Lent, donate that box to Hands for Hunger or to a charity of your choice. It is a big challenge to, you know, devote 1 food item a day for 40 days, especially because the cost of food is going so high. And if, you know, a person is doing the Lenten challenge and they feel that they can't actually make the 40 items, and we completely understand. And that's a part of the story that we want to tell. A part of the story that we want to tell is that even people who, you know, generally speaking, have resources to get food, even they can find it to be a challenge to purchase all of the items that they need, or it might really open up their eyes to how difficult it probably must be for people with less resources.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On March 3rd, 1990, 3- and 4-day cruises from Miami came on stream. Also on this day in 1993, the House of Assembly gave a unanimous approval for the government to take over the Sir Cecil Wallace Whitfield Center from the Hotel Corporation of the Bahamas, paying off the $4.2 million mortgage.
Well, what about me? What about you, what? Well, I thirsty too, you know. You want to see all the water out there? Well, why you don't give me your water, and then you go try and drink that salt water?
You crazy, eh?
I ain't the one talking to a dog, you know.
Ain't nobody can drink salt water.
Then why you won't give it to me? All dogs need fresh, cool water and sufficient shelter from the sun all year round, especially on the beach and during the hot summer months.
Summers are very hot here in the Bahamas, so please make sure all pets have ample, cool, fresh water in proper containers and sufficient shelter from the sun, even on the beach. And make sure all dog houses and kennels have proper ventilation. Let's make it Bahamian to be humane.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas Humane Society and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
It's World Book Day. This morning we're joined live in studio by Atalia Cash, who is the manager of the Chapter One bookstore. Welcome to the morning edition.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's great to have a day set aside for books, but in reality, this should be celebrated every day because books and reading are so important, right?
Yes, definitely. You know, books teach us so much. They help us to develop imagination, creativity. They aid with our memory. They build intelligence, build our vocabulary. We learn so much about history, culture, and the world around us at large.
And with the age of the internet, are books still selling?
Definitely. You know, we have persons who still understand the value of a physical book. You know, of course, it's easy to pick up a Kindle and read a book on that Kindle, but the effects that it has on our eyes aren't always the best. Also, you know, audiobooks are becoming a big thing, but we tend to get distracted as we listen to audiobooks. We start washing the dishes and doing all kinds of things and missing the general message of the book. So persons are still flocking into stores every day, purchasing the physical book, simply because technology is great, but there is nothing like a good book.
Oh, well, do schools' curriculum still use mainly books, or has that changed as well?
Well, definitely, they still do. Chapter One Bookstore does carry a wide variety of high school and primary school textbooks, simply because these schools also understand the importance of children physically writing and interacting with books to learn that material. You know, we all have different learning styles, and the schools, the local schools, embrace that.
Well, after graduating from school, the number of book readers probably drops off drastically. Would you say to get more people to get into reading nowadays?
I just encourage everyone to continue learning. Be a student for life. There is so much out there to learn, and there's a wealth of information provided by local authors and international authors alike.
Well, thanks a lot, Atalia Cash, manager of the Chapter One bookstore, for joining us and giving us that enlightening book reading information. Go on down to get your book today. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
We're on the road again this coming Friday on the morning edition. LaDawn Davis and I, 7 o'clock.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Gosh, I can't wait. A lot of pineapple. I just can't wait to devour this pineapple.
We are sipping on coconut water.
I can't wait.
Friday morning. You don't want to miss it. We're coming to you live from the TV Hut.
Keep it locked.
The natural resources of the Bahamas play a critical role in supporting Bahamian livelihoods. For example, the fishing and tourism industry, which include fishermen, seafood exporters, hoteliers, dive operators, restaurants, and others. Collectively, they generate approximately $1.5 billion a year. Therefore, we must respect and preserve what we have. These resources belong to us.
This is my livelihood.
This is my livelihood.
This is my livelihood.
So let's all do our part to maintain our local economy and a good quality of life. Remember, if we take care of nature, nature will take care of us.
There's a spark of greatness in each of us. That spark is called personality. Individual gifts and talents provide the fuel to set that spark ablaze. Each child has the right to an education which values their personality and nurtures their talents, while teaching them to be respectful to their parents and their cultures.
LaDon, these are some suggestions we normally give our viewers. Let's take the first one to save time. With a small microwave, heat 2 plates at once with the help of a glass. And I've learned to cook in the microwave nowadays.
Really?
I put my chicken on for about 5 to 10 minutes. And this one should be for you, for a new pair of heels, giving you pain or Cleo. Break them in at home with wool socks, which will give them the right stretch. Do you do that?
No,
I know you girls around here are used to heels, so you walk with it very well. And to save space in your shopping cart, hang soda balls on the side instead of the inside. Do you do that?
No, but you're teaching me a lot. You're teaching me a lot. Yes, definitely. I try to disguise.
But did you say I'm teaching you?
A lot. Teaching me a lot this morning.
Oh, well, so I'm teaching you a lot. Now, today's National Observance Day and today's World Hearing Day. Hearing is a good ability, and most of you around here do not hear. You talk before you hear.
But you talk too much.
You talk before. So listen, engage, observe while hearing. Lost, we have an invoice impact on the quality of your life if you listen more, LaDon.
But you need to take your own advice then.
Okay. Yeah, also, you call them lunch meat. It's cold cuts day. You call them lunch meat, deli meat, sandwich meats, or cold cuts. Some like them thick, while others stack them on a Malai sandwich. Others still just like them with cheese and crackers. However, you like them. National Cold Cuts Day was made for sandwich and snack lovers. And also, the world is rapidly moving and increasing, so it's Simplify Your Life Day. And as Ms. Cash has told us, from Kindle to reading, moving increasingly digital environment. Now, more than ever, we have the power to use technology to assist us in making daily tasks easier and rethinking the way we go. What are you doing to make your life simple today?
I'm not going to eat.
Well, you're not going to eat, Daddy. I can tell you about that story to more viewers. Well, also today is Genuine I Want to Be Happy Day. Therefore, while not individually responsible for other happiness, we do play a role in spreading joy and good cheer. One way to do that is to see happiness from other person's perspective. And you've already made me happy. Not your father's made me happy by bringing me a gift. And so later on, I'm going to make you happy. I'm going to treat you today as well. I'm going to treat the entire morning edition crew.
Really?
Yeah, the entire morning edition crew.
Oh, boy. Stefano, you hear that?
So stay tuned for that.
All right.
Well, I did not say Folletta was giving up lying.
Oh, jeez.
And don't forget tomorrow, I hope the weather is good. We are going down to the Tiki Hut. You're ready for that? We'll be all adorned in our green because tomorrow's Kidney Day is where every Friday, so we're encouraging. As you go to work tomorrow, wear your green if you're picking out your outfit today to support Kidney Month tomorrow. We'll be down by the Tiki Hut tomorrow. Can't wait for that.
You should wear a green hat, too.
I'm going to look like the gentleman from the Bahamas National Trust.
Crocodile Dundee. Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee.
And be sure to stay tuned into the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition at 6:30 and the Bahamas Tonight at 7. That's it for us this morning, Fisher.
Everybody put a smile on your face. Let's be happy day.
Have
Enjoy
a great morning, everybody.
I ain't going back. No. I ain't going back. No. I done had one heart attack, so I ain't going back. I ain't going back. No, I ain't going back. She done give me heart attack, Jack. I ain't going back. It's not often I get the chance to have what I call a real romance. Hugging and kissing.
Relay, each team member must do his or her part in the race. If one member drops the baton, it impacts all of us. Across all ages, genders, abilities, nationalities, cultures, or religion, we are all on the same team, and we all have a role to play in getting to the finish line to win the race against COVID-19. Don't drop the baton on safety. Wear your mask over your mouth and nose. Keep at least 3 feet distance from others. Do not touch your face, and wash or sanitize your hands often. Together, we will win.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
In Marsh Harbor, Abaco, no child is turned away from these doors.
We have
$100,000 we want to give to somebody, and we've been watching what you've been doing, and we would like to give it to you. Do you have a project that you would like to do with it? And I was like, yes, yes, we have a project. We're trying to build this workshop.
And this 11-year-old makes her community proud as she is named Primary School Student of the Year.
I would like to be a pediatric oncologist and cure cancer.
Everyone has a legacy to create our own footprints in the sand. Although our stories others can't relate,